Welcome, guys. So as you can see, here is the Corolla Hatchback. She is actually finally lowered. I wasn't planning on lowering this car. I was actually just planning on just you know, putting the wheels on and be happy with it, but I couldn't pass up the deal for the Tein S. They were $200 shipped, you know, for the springs, and it was the perfect drop. This is a 1-inch drop. It's been settled. I've been driving about a week now with it. And I could not be happier. For daily driving purposes, this is a perfect drop, this 1-inch drop. So anything that's 1-inch drop is good. But for the price and value, you're not gonna find anything as good as the Teins in this price range. So that's why I'm really excited about it. Super happy with the look. The reason why I wanted, you know, a 1-inch drop is because I do drive it every day. I want to make sure there's still a lot of room, you know, for rebound, and you never know, potholes, you never know. You just never know. So that's why for daily driving, that's why I have that on there. As far as the spacing goes, I'm probably going to get, for the rear, I'm probably going to get either 15 or 25. So I might go in the middle and get a 20, because I have two friends recommending two different sides. Shout out to Darnell for helping me getting this thing straightened out. Thank you. And huge shout out to my brother as well, for helping with the installation. The installation wasn't bad. We watched a lot of videos on YouTube. You know, I watched Speed Industry. They had a good video. And then there was another user, I believe it was like Giovanni something. I'll put that links that I used to help me, you know, just get an overview of the process. And overall, it wasn't bad at all. My brother was a little iffy about using spring compressors because we never used them before. So it was just kind of like mentally getting ready for it. But we were able to knock it out. You know, the longest part that took was, you know, getting the first strut out, figuring out how the spring compressors worked. And once we got that, we were able to take the other side apart completely in, you know, less than 5 minutes pretty much. This is a two-person job for sure. It just makes everything go better, and it's always nice to just have a little backup on the side. Things that I want to point out during the installation that I don't know if it's shown in the videos, but on the top strut, when you're taking it out, when you put it back together, we do compress the spring, but you want to make sure everything's lined up the best you can. And when you're putting that top hat on, when you're gunning in the top nut, you want to make sure the top is aligned properly with the strut, because it's like a triangle shaped for that top hat. And you want to make sure there's a tab that pops out on the strut that faces up and it lines up with the two shock bolts underneath, just so you know. I might do a drawing just so you know. The top hat is like this. You got your 3 bolts here, and on the top hat, this actually rotates, and on the top hat, there's a little notch that points out. So this notch, when you're putting it back on the spring, but you have your 2 mounting bolts right here that are on the shock. So basically, when you have your springs compressed and you're putting this top hat back on, when you're rotating it, you put the collar lock ring on first, and then the top nut goes on next. But when you put this on, make sure you have this aligned with the shock bolts. So that's how you know it's right. So when this is aligned with the shock bolts, tighten it down the best you can, and then before really tighten it down, just make sure this is aligned, and it will basically mount right up. So that's just something that I found out and think that would help, because I didn't see it in the other videos. So definitely take that note. And with the Tein springs, there's a rubber stop that comes with it that it doesn't come with actually. So you got to take the OEM one and you actually have to cut it right here. So you cut this bottom part off, with the scissors or blade, and you remove that, and then you place it back on the shock to reuse it. And that's basically it. So when you're gunning, have someone hold it and gun it down, and then as it gets tighter, you know, make sure it's facing, you know, aligned with that. So when you bolt it, and then after you get it up, you can tighten it more. And I think that was like the main thing that I would just wanted to point out that the other videos didn't really show. But it's just a tip that something I learned too. So maybe you guys already know that, but I just wanted to share that. Other than that, yeah, brother knocked it out. Took us about maybe 2 hours total learning about it. And like I said, I'm just super happy with the way it looks, the way it rides. Yeah, I mean, it's a little, you feel the bumps a little bit more, you know, but it still rides good. It's solid, like it's smooth. But yeah, highly recommend it. Tein S Tech's lowering springs. Couldn't be happier. This is perfect. And I can't wait to get spacers in the back. The front I'm just going to leave alone. But other than that, that's it. Oh man, this car is amazing. I love this car. Just saying. Sorry. Just wanted to point that out there. But yeah, so that's it. We may go for a little drive and do just like a ride review. If you want, I don't know. Maybe I'm debating if I want to do that or not, if it's worth it. But they're great. They're great. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend it.